Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. I'm just going to go ahead and start this live. I'm not worried about who's coming in. I just wanted to go live. I don't have much data, but the opportunity just for a second to do so. Um, you to just talk about some things and check in. Um, whew. I first want to start saying to subscribers that do watch this live, this video, thank you for subscribing. Again, I don't know who everyone is. Thank you guys so much. Thank you to the folks who are not haven't subscribed but have supported and watched my content that I have been able to put out there. It's very minimal what I can do. Um, I don't have all the technology and everything to really just make bada boom, bada bang things, but I'm making it pop in the best ways that I can. My content has been all types of different things, which I appreciate, which is myself, again, as I describe in my bio. And again, I'll just keep growing with a lot of things. I'm all over the place as far as knowing what I want to do, just all over the place and not just trying to bring something just to one thing. But I'm checking in today because why am I checking in? I'm checking in today because I need to check in. Yesterday was Sunday, first day of the week, Sabbath day of rest. Today's the first day of the work week, Monday. I just wasn't able to do my norm. I did some good things, which was definitely meditational, which I appreciate. Um, which I appreciate. Sorry, I have this on my leg, and I was kind of moving my leg, so I didn't realize that I'm moving the camera. Um, but one thing was, I normally join church, and that was very hard for me because I was able to go inside as well. Um, Something I do throughout the week, which you know, just pray and be able to go into a house because I'm not able to go into too many houses, be it my situation. So I respect the ones that I can go into and take advantage of prayer, minus the denomination or anything, just the fact that I'm able to be in the house, be able to be centered, be able to be welcome, and have that space, whatever it looks like, and be respectful as I always am. But I wasn't able to join my norm, and that was a lot for me because it's just been wonderful for me to stay connected. I see that I do within the same network, but one I do intentionally, which I feel is home. And I felt, a little bit of a disconnect. And it was, you know, when you start off your morning and you have so many cars that are here to do a service, and you're like one of the only ones on the streets with your dog. You're walking, and they're going down one-way streets and coming back around the other way, and lights are on and things of this nature, and blah blah blah. And it's three to four to five to six to seven to eight, and you're just like meandering and just doing what you do. You know, it's very uncomfortable when it feels like, hello down in the chats. I do want to say that I probably won't be looking down there because this is just a quick one for me. When it seems that folks know your moves and what you do on what certain days, because I pretty much keep it mediocre. I'm doing the best that I can for myself. I'm doing all positive things. I'm doing what I can to make things happen, to network, to communicate, to continue to look for opportunities, whatever it is. But when it seems that folks know your routines and what you're doing or what you're possibly doing based on the fact of how you move daily and weekly, which is true, I have a normal routine of what I do. Um, as far as, with, my spiritual practices, I have a normal religion of what I do for something else, and this and that. I'm just saying, but I had to do what best what was safe, and that was just breathe, smell fresh air, and sit with my mother, Mother Oshun, who I love dearly, who has been with me since I was a teen, um, navigating chronic homelessness and nighttime and daytime survival back where I'm from in the quarters where it was real back in them days, in the 90s. And here I am right now. I don't know if I've been fully transparent with people, but yes, I am chronically homeless, have been chronically homeless. I shared in things, and I wasn't hiding anything. It's just I wasn't fully visible to where I was and what's going on, and I was kind of showing in things and parts of who I am and things of the nature. I wasn't hiding anything. I'm never hiding anything. I'm fully, fully, fully transparent. That's the whole thing. I'm very, very transparent. I don't mind being transparent. But what also is going on for me is that I'm just a normalized person like anyone else. Despite the situation of anything that's going on, everyone in life has certain things, and you don't know my story. I posted a song last night of John P. Key. You don't know my story, and that's not to tell people you don't know my story and be sassy or anything. You just never know what someone's going through or where they're coming from. And despite the circumstances and the situation of where they're at, also not all the time things are bad. People are going through their seasons like myself. I'm going through one. I've been in this place, been positive upliftment, just really was have the will, looking for the way, communicating. Maybe a little bit too much, too honest. Too honest. I never thought that honesty would keep me where I'm at right now. Honesty. And I'm kind of like talking like honesty. Like, oh my God, you mean honesty? Honesty? I thought when you're honest, that means that builds trust, that opens paths for you, that opens up communication. People are willing to meet you at the platforms or meet you where you're at, or you meet them where they're at, vice versa. You know, la la la. But it was a little bit of a throw off, and to my community out there that I didn't see yesterday. I do apologize. I'm, I'm well, I'm fine, I'm of sound mind. I don't feel like harming myself. I don't feel like harming others. I'm not having homicidal ideations or anything. Um, um, my baby here is full supportive of me. It's just the intentional of the impact of what's going on that I do share and don't share in part. But it's just like for one, I have a traumatic brain injury, and let me just be fully transparent. On New Year's Eve, one time in San Francisco, I was like bludgeoned. I don't recall everything. I remember lifting up some girl. I was having fun at a party or something, and the next thing you know, bram, I was knocked out, and then I was dragged to my house up the street in this collective I lived at, the Baker's Dozen in San Francisco, and thrown on a couch. And that was my first brain injury per se, where the doctor diagnosed it, and I was struggling then. And then later on, two car accidents while driving that were not my fault, from hit by people really at high impacts. And surviving an aneurysm is what they feel, and having something going on there, but it's perfectly fine. But I say this because, like, I'm not disabled, but I do have disabilities. I'm still injured from things from medical emergencies that still need to be looked at and taken care of. But due to the impact of what I've had to go through and what I've had to do and navigate and do things, I haven't been able to fully take care of that due to emergent situations. Um, I'm saying this because there, there I'm gonna just be transparent. There's an encampment of things that knows that they're encamping, and you know who you are. You know what you're doing. And I'm not speaking to one thing. I'm speaking to an entity, and I'm kind of speaking to this dark spirit. You know who you are, and I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, and I decree and I declare the blood of Jesus over myself and over my baby that I care for daily, very well, and I decree, and I just lay you at the altar. I lay you at the altar. I lay you at the altar of my heart, my mind, my body, my spirit, my God of understanding, my Jesus of understanding, my Holy Spirit of understanding, my ancestors and eagles that watch over me of understanding, my Orishas that look after me, who I pray to of understanding, because that is my ancestral religion, that is my culture, and I have a right as well to understanding and to practice it. I lay you there, but to pray and inflict that kind of energetical things on people and that type of physical things and just that amount of pressure when one you just see is just very just not vulnerable but just here like transparent just here you see what's going on. It seems like everyone knows what's going on. It's nothing I can do about it. But I'm just saying, like, I'm very strong, but I'm also a person. I'm also a human being. And I have vulnerabilities, and a traumatic brain injury is one. I'm not short on anything. I am not short on anything. And I praise God and I thank God that this is not even worse than what it can be. But it's like preying on the weak. It's like preying on the most vulnerable. It's like preying on the disabled. People who have wheelchairs, people who have walkers, people who are blind with canes, people with just disabilities, the elderly, the young, the very young who just don't know too much in life and those things. You know, um, I'm just saying that also too. I just don't know how this could be, how this could be allowed, how it could be legal. Like how could it be so visible? How could it be so visible and so legal and no one can see what's going on? No one can see what's going on. No one can see what's going on. No one can hold it accountable. No one can, you know. And my main thing about it as well is like, when you have nothing to hide and you are innocent in things and no one has held you accountable, number one, there is no accountability of anything, no accountability, no kind of conversations or anything. I'm sitting here, I'm at the table. My table is this whole world, this whole life I'm navigating right now. So I'm always at the table. No accountability. But to do this and just like really prey on people's vulnerabilities and their weak spots of what you see of where you are from an authoritiveness or a power. And again, I'm not just speaking of one thing, of a whole of things as well. Authority, of a power, of ability to help. Ability to help is big. Ability to help. Ability to shift things for things that you see that may need some help or may what ability. How could you keep trying to inflict here? It's very weak because some people don't have that capacity, and I get it, and I understand it, and I'm not shaming it. And I myself am not. Look, I'm not sitting here in this quick live that I'm doing. I'm not sitting here saying I'm strong, mighty, I'm human. I have 24 hours in a day just like everyone else. I'm human. I'm vulnerable. I'm grabbable. I'm reachable. I'm out in the open world. But I know I'm protected. I know my God. I know my God. I know my God has me covered. I know the Holy Spirit has me covered. It wouldn't bother me if it didn't look like all the same people. It would bother me. But when it's all the same types of folks, gender, types of people, that doesn't become something that's supposed to be helpful. That becomes something that is more like activity, G activity. I'm gonna just leave it at that, G activity. It becomes something more than just what it's visibly showing that it is to people and to things. But like Miss Marsha P. Johnson, I'm walking in those experiences. And rest in peace to Miss Marsha P. Johnson. And to anyone in community out there, and I know people may, when I say community, I'm speaking right now of the trans community because I just said Miss Marsha P. Johnson, but it's all types of communities that I have: church communities, family communities, friendship communities, different community, different kinds of communities, specifically cities as well. You know, those experiences are still real today. Those experiences are still real. Those experiences are still real. Those experiences are still real. And why? When there's so many in the same community that are not having those experiences, they don't have to worry about those experiences. They don't have to fear in fearful places from those experiences. They don't have to be vulnerable to those experiences. They don't have to look over their shoulder over those experiences when it's coming at them in those kinds of ways. They don't have to worry about it in a crosswalk when they're having those experiences. They don't have to worry about it when they go to a public space. Like I sit in public spaces, there's not much sitting spaces. They don't have to worry about it in those public spaces. They don't have to worry about it when they go to public bathrooms. They don't have to worry about it when they go inside of public spaces where there's AC or heating, or you can get a bite to eat, or you can sit down and, it's inside public spaces. They don't have to worry about it from those security guards when they go into those public spaces. They don't have to worry about it from those security guards when they go from on the outside public spaces. They don't have to worry about it when they go to the park and they want to lay out a blanket just like everyone else and take off their shoes and catch some sun or just breathe, meditate, listen to some music. It's the park. I thought it was a public place where everyone can go. They don't have to worry about it there. And I just say that because we're all we're all sharing the same experience, just not in the same ways. But what what one thing that affects one affects us all. And it's coming from a person who loves hard, who supports hard, who's always shown up. What this has taught me now is I have to have myself, and that's something I always have had myself. But what I would do is I would not think about me in the emergent situation, or if this is all I have is two pieces of bread and you're hungry and I know that I may need another piece of that bread for later. My heart and my desires to feed, I'll feed it all to you if you're hungry. But then if I don't have it and I come back and you have it and I ask, sorry, I may not actually may look for you to just give it to me, you don't. Those were the places that I was in. And what I've learned is that I have to have me. And in order to have me, I have to make sure that I'm okay and that I I have my my eyes dotted, my T's crossed, but at the same time, as far as resources, make sure that I have so that I am able to be able to give and be there in support, or be able to give just what I'm able to give and have boundaries, and that's okay. People have boundaries, have cutoff points, or just say I don't have it, and understand that no is a complete answer. And once I say no, I don't have to say anything anymore. And a mentor by the name of Bruce taught me that a long time ago when they were mentoring me when I was in that same place that I spoke about as a teen on the street, navigating chronic homelessness. Shouts out to you as well. Love you, and I hope you're well if you do see this. Um, took a moment just to breathe and just to pause. I guess I'm looking for more discussion to whatever the things are that are doing what they're doing. It doesn't have to come from them as a whole. It can come from something or someone who does, who can have this conversation. Or if there is no conversation, like I think there may not be no conversation, I'm transparently asking for help. I have no transportation. I have no transportation. I had transportation. I bought my car. I was only 2 years old. I was a rideshare driver. I also worked another job. My car was still in good shape. Right now, my car I could be working. That's one of the reasons why I'm in my situation. I'm in a catch 22. I have my baby. God bless the truth, like they said. I've had no one to babysit. I was denied housing. I was denied housing. My body still makes money, but there's nothing that I can do until I can go to work for 10 hours a week. And I have no problem. There's something that I can do. There's something that I can do. But I have nowhere safe for my baby in the ways that I had when I was working. And like I do when I am working. I shared experiences of people who came in from other countries. And a lot of them, I got here right when a lot of them get here. A lot of them are now housed, they're working, they're laughing. They're laughing, some of them, a good bit of them, that remember our faces and stuff out here. They're laughing. But we have separate ways of being helped, separate rules of how we're going to be helped, separate ways of how things will be provided. Community out here, a lot of people are afraid to go back into enclosed containers. Their experiences to share of violence, I can relate. Harm, arrest, I can relate. People they know come up missing, trafficking, different. I don't want to just what community shares within community. So I'm not against anything. Never have been against anything. I have the will. I just need the way. But the compromisation, the compromising of my entity of a whole, of my baby, as I'm just being the best mother. I'm being the best me, being the best community member. I'm being the best citizen. I'm being the best, and that is just God flowing through me and being humble, being positive, mentally, spiritually, being available. I don't have much, but I'm available. Compassionate, looking out for the elderly walking down the street, looking out for the disabled walking down the street in this busy world, looking out for the youth walking in a busy world, making space when I can, hold, holding my space because I do have space as well. But another thing is the violence of people who are owners of the same thing as me. I don't know you. You know of me. I've been visible for quite some time. I know this. There's nothing I can do. The very vulnerable place where people intentionally target and walk and do things to you, do things to your animal, just intentionally, violently. That's a baby. She doesn't know anything. She's of love. You're videoing, coming up on my back, startling us, startling me, invading space, taking over it, running through us, hitting us with your bodies, with your animals, everything. We haven't done anything to you. We don't know you, but we have love for all citizens and all people. Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name. And I'm singing in my lower range because I'm just out here. And they're always glad you came. You wanna, everybody knows my name. And everybody's not glad I came. So I'm forgiving myself for missing one of my wonderful, wonderful things that I do for myself spiritually. I'm gonna go back. Miss you guys. Love y'all as well. Everyone as a whole. This is actually the most silence that I've had in a while. This is the most silence that I've had in a while. Thank you. Thank you. I forgot what movie that is where that man goes down the street with the banjos and the horns and the, the like, oh, I think it's like that 70s, like, it's that man, that cool, that's been the story of my life. This is the most silence that I've had in a while to even be able to speak and thank you. But it's life. Life goes on. Lots of things going on. I'm not saying that it's all just intentionally me, but this is the most silence now that I'm looking at 28 minutes into this live that I'm doing. Thank you. Because this is where I thank you. So I'm not owned by anyone. I didn't know going into something voluntarily for myself, for one, for safety, for two, to be in an enclosed environment that is controlled, being transparent, looking for help, asking for help, looking to go to work, doing whatever it needs to do to abide by everything, to be respectful, well, always respectful of everyone, everything, every staff, any situation, anything. I didn't know now afterwards that my body is entitled to it. I didn't know that I signed up for it to own and govern me. It's what it feels like. It's what it's looking like. Where it's teens on the streets and people don't even engage me, dismiss me, look up, do some very harmful things to me, don't offer me anything. The violence from that, like I didn't know I was owned to it. It never told me that I was owned to it. It never told me that I would become enslaved to it. It never told me that it was the only way for me. It never told me that. It never told me that. It never told me my way or the highway. Because I'm looking at other people and it doesn't look like those experiences are for them in the ways that it's seeming like it's for me with the same rhetoric, the same tongue language of the same of people, different people that I speak to. Everyone has the same summarization in the end when I do speak or share my experiences or go to and share or open up or listen to what they have to offer. It's the same. Why am I the only one that don't know the conversation? I'm right here, I'm willing to talk. But I didn't know I was on to anything. I'm looking at the same people traveling in my situation. Doesn't look like they have the same contract or what feels like doesn't look like they have that contract. So any family, friends, tribe, community has people that I have no one's contacts. I have very, very minimal contacts, and I think I've been expressing that. And I'm transparently being here because this is what I have to do right now for the compromisation of my safety. I have to be transparent, and I mean, my content is not just this. My content is all types of things, and I try to show that because life still has to go on, and like, this is what I'm doing in life. Is like everything I'm showing you or have shown you that's visible to you. It's really me and it's authentic. It's really me and it's authentic. It's really me and it's authentic. I love to laugh. I love to have humor. I love to just bring humor, heal, just be like, I haven't had a home cooked meal in over 2.5 years. I haven't been able to cook in over 2.5 years. And I'm one of the, I could cook. I, I feel some of the best red beans during Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras. But even just that, like, I guess, the basic of just being able to cook. Put your own energy into your food and consume that. That's okay. To feel your energy consuming your own energy through your food. Right now, I go to different places where you have to to navigate food. Not everybody wants to feed me. I feed my baby, but because she's with me, not everybody wants to feed me. Not everybody welcomes me. They utilize her to block. Or if they do give me something, it's the bare scrim of the scrim, and it doesn't look like everyone else around me that's getting things. So I've had to go to what, I feel, not what I feel, who's showing me that, hey, I don't mind here. And then on my own self with whatever minimal resource, I do my best. If someone's following me and looking at me, all they probably can say is that girl's always eating. That girl's always eating. But I've been communicating with my body, like in ways of how I eat and what I'm eating, and also through the shutdowns and the nose and the closing of the doors and the not feeding me and being hungry and survival eating and eating for my diabetes better and just lowering those numbers and walking a lot and getting to those places, but also being codependent on sugar as an emotional resource, but fueling it as well for energy to walk and balancing and all of that. I've had to say no to a lot of things and not receive things because that energy is not a welcoming energy for my body. It's not a welcoming energy for my spirit. It's not a welcoming energy for my mind. It's not a welcoming spirit for my growth. It's not. It's like blank food going in me, and it feels blank, or it's not enough, but I've learned to be humble and to fast in those ways, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and take it as a diet plan, take it as a fast. Pray to God, pray to God, pray to Jesus. Give thanks. Be humble just for what it is and what I have. Bye bye. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Just made a short about talking about myself and my engagement with men. That was very real. I want to do longer videos, vlogs, and things of that nature. I don't have the vessel to do that, to upload anything past 30 seconds or through the app of what it gives me. I just want to know why men hate me so much right now. And I'm not saying all. They're coming in all sizes, all shapes, and all colors. But the one leading it is the dominant force. To be, and they let you know you can't be reckoned with it. And then it trickles with the all others who are either working for it or it's not my business. But I really want to know why I look nothing like myself. I got my same wig on, my same wig, I'm flipping it in. But I, hey, you got to say thank you through the storm. You got to say thank you just to, which I pollen and everything's, but you got to say thank you. But I look nothing like myself. But I am myself. I'm beautiful. We all have our own idea of what our beauty looks like to ourselves. I'm beautiful. Overbite, dinging, not letting me brush my teeth even, not letting me. The minute I walk into the bathroom, it's now closed. Where y'all came from? I I have diarrhea. It's closed. I'm wiping me. It's closed. I'm peeing still. It's closed. I need to wash my hands. It's closed. I just got in. It's closed. Get out now. Walking up. It's closed. And it won't be open for 2 hours. I, it's closed. Walking up. Closing it on me as I'm walking up. It's closed. I just walked 50. It's closed. Do you know? I don't know what the next one is. But I'm beautiful. I love myself. Everyone has the right to love themselves. I'm transparent, but I don't have to let everyone know all my business. And it's not much. It's pretty much what you're seeing. I've never been treated so harshly as I'm a woman. I know who I am. I know where I come from. I know what I was born as, who I am, all of that. I've never had people hate me so much as a woman, but treat me like a man, disrespect me like a man, talk about me as a man, envy me as a man, target me as a man, violence towards me as a man, but misogynize me through it as a woman, objectify me, sexualize me as a woman, hate me as a woman, but look and visually show they can harm me as a man. I make no testosterone. I haven't for quite some time. My body is not of anything else. And I'm looking with someone that visibly steps up to the window and keep watching me. That kind of stuff, I have nothing to hide. But you probably noticed me do this. Like, I can't do whatever I want, but I'm just saying, that's what the experiences are. Anything I do is, I have no problem with men. I love men dearly. I love everyone in the world dearly. Their guards and boundaries and things to life. I don't like people who harm people, who do mischievous things. You know, just don't mess with you. I see you. I pray for you. Send positive energies. But you get what I'm saying. I don't know what I have done right now to be having so much men in camp against me and in camp on me and camp around me. I don't know what I've done. I don't make testosterone. I'm very vulnerable in those aspects. I just had a man slam my face into the concrete. I don't know if you can see on my glasses. I still have scratch marks. My knot is going down, but I still could feel. They didn't give me a CAT scan. They were going to, but then they canceled it. There was so many protecting third people in the ER the whole time I was there. Things changed and this and that. My finger was put back into place. They're still all jacked, but just had a man. I have breast development. And in protecting my dog, he utilized my book sack. And the ways he did it, he knew what he was doing. But I say this is just the fact of just how much threatfulness from men in looking at me though I am nothing of, but I'm humble and I'm happy. And I'm being honest. I'm humble and I'm happy and I'm just grateful of how I get stepped to or how I've been stepped to and how I've been assaulted. As if I look like them and I don't look like them. It's a fearful place as a woman overall, the vulnerability of it. Like, it's a fearful, fearful place. It's a fearful, fearful place. It's just a fearful, 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 fearful place. And vulnerability to be, to have that many moving and that many encamping. But through it all, I believe in God. And God sees my truth and God sees my honesty. God knows my heart. God knows my soul. God knows my spirit. And I know God hasn't brought me this far to leave me. But I know God has helpers. Not only angels, God's angels, God has helpers in the physical. People who He works with, who He sends out, who He has on the same path or the same missions, or, God has helpers. And I felt God helpers in the physical. I know I have God. I know I have the Holy Spirit. I know, but I've also have been one of God's helpers in the physical, and will always continue to be one of God's helpers in the physical. When God speaks to me and tells me what it is that I need to do or how to be available or what I could do for them, I know God has helpers. So I'm asking God helpers, if you see this, is there anything you can do to bring visibility, support, that would be helpful and be thankful. The support I have had leads me back to the same things of organizations. Nothing against them. Love them, worked for them, volunteered for them. But I've been speaking with organizations for years now and have nothing against them to speak with them. Referrals have been sent, no answers, no callbacks. But why do I have to do all this work? The organizations, some of them know what's going on. They do know what's going on. Let's keep it real. I'm not owned to just that either. I'm not owned to those systems. My body is not owned to them. I respect them and love them dearly. And if they wanted to help me, they would help me. And I have communicated. Some don't make that communication possible. Some don't return it. Emails, this, that, like going in. But I have nothing against that either. still have friends. I still have family. I still have community. I know I do. I don't have contacts for a lot of people that I used to know. Three, three water damaged phones. Three water damaged phones. Everything locked in, emails, can't get into them. It's what happens. But I still have it out there. I believe it firmly. Because I'm still family, friends, and community right now in my heart, my soul, and my spirit to people that I haven't seen, spaces and places that I haven't been to in a while. My heart has not changed. My circumstances did. My heart has not changed. My will is still in the same places. But I've learned a lot on my journey as well, and still learning a lot. I don't know why this came to me, but I'm feeling like the slave plantation woman, which my ankles and my wrists still do look like, of the rape scenarios and the beat downs and all this stuff. I don't just, the encampment of men and just the harshness and the. I don't have a problem with you men. I don't have a problem with men. And I'm in a land where you don't talk to everyone. You don't have to talk to everyone. And I mind my business and I engage when people engage, like this wonderful elder here just told me goodbye after speaking with me briefly and shortly and giving me love and showing love to my baby and acknowledging what they see around me. That was very beautiful from an elder and sitting in peace and not talking. And they got to believe and just told me bye. That's big to me. Thank you. Because not a lot of people speak to me. Not a lot of people speak to me. And that's okay. I understand it and I appreciate it. I come from a land of hey, how you doing to everybody. Hey, how you doing, Michelle? Hey, what's going on? Hey, how you doing? Oh, you didn't speak. You're acting funny. Huh? Oh, you're acting funny. You're not speaking. You're not speaking. Who raised you? They didn't raise you right. You don't have to speak to everybody. And those are good tools to have and to learn how to utilize and navigate as well. And use your discernment and use your intentions and use your engagement of someone's going to speak or not speak or eye contact or visibility or denouncing you totally, and that's okay. Invisibilizing you totally, that's okay. How do you let it impact you? How do you take it? Are you going to let it affect you? Or are you going to keep moving forward? Do you know who you are? Do you know who you are? Do you know your will? Do you know your power? Do you know your strength? Yes. They let me know. But before anything with me, I need to make sure that I let them know how much I love them, how much I care about them, how much I appreciate them, how much I just thank you. Thank you. Thank you before the known. Thank you before the unknown. Thank you. Thank you. Just thank you. I love you. I blow kisses to you. You're wonderful. You're amazing. You're powerful. I love you, God. I love you. All of me. Well, all of you, none of me. That's what I wanted to say. All of you, none of me. What is it that you need me to do? I'm available. I'm listening more. I know I need to read my word, but doing it out here, I could come across as looking as hyper religious. That's another thing. That's another thing I don't need. Not against people who publicly do really. I, me personally, I just things I just can't do. I was going to spaces where I can check out books and read books. I can't go there, and I didn't do anything. So I know God has helpers, have community, have support systems, have have for me out there. And it's to myself the same for others. I'm Sista Sissy. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. To be continued more and more and more. I will have ways and means to be able to go live, share ASMR, mukbangs, you name it. I support my channel, support my channel, support my channel, support my channel, support my channel. I support so many others. I've always been on this platform. I supported so many. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because I love content creators. I love the differences of what people can bring and share and how it's keeping me spiritually connected. Meditation, music, you name it. But the beautiful content of other content creators and people out there is just amazing. It's just amazing to me in a positive way because you have a choice. I'm not on social media. I can't handle it. I've been off of it over 20 years. The anxiety, everyone's life looks just so much wonderful than mine. All the material stuff I don't have in this, but this is just a soft vessel. And I'm glad that I am stepping out of my comfort zone to challenge myself to do what I wanted to do. And this is what I want to do. Be transparent in my story, in my journey. Grow, grow with others, build community, build family, build goodness. There's a lot of content creators out there that I love, that I watch, that I've been watching, that I still do. Y'all know who y'all are. Well, I hope y'all know who y'all are. I think they may know who they are, or maybe not, because you don't know who all your subscribers are, baby. Not to put everyone's information out there. I love you. I love y'all hard, hard, hard. I swear to God, like Miss Becky Allen would say. But I just love. Thank you. Share my videos because it's probably the only way, not the only way. Some things get out there, some things don't. Share my videos, like, subscribe. Keep me in prayers. I keep you. Um, understand my story, my journey is very transparent, it's real, it's honest. Um, yeah, to be continued. And yeah, to be continued. All blessings, all power, all love, all abundance. It is so.